Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purple Rose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight, we're going to be reading for the Twin Flame Current Energy Update for the month of December 2023. I did hit that button a little bit early, y'all. I'm still not feeling quite up to par, so I wanted to make sure that we got the live stream done and the reading finished. So I am going to try to get through it as smoothly as possible. Please bear with me, my throat, my voice, all the things, but we're going to go for it and see what happens, right? All right, so don't forget, guys, we are streaming 3 different platforms. So we're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. All right, so December 2023, I'm actually going to talk about the energies for December. I'm going to actually start with what I learned in November, right? We're going to talk about the 12-12 portal, the Sagittarius new moon, and the Cancer full moon. And I'm going to close it out with Pluto before we start the current energy reading. All right, so for the month of December, while I was studying and looking up all the astrology, especially twin flame based, right? It's definitely a time to level up. So that is what I call this particular month is time to level up. This is going to be a month where you're going to hear a lot of astrologers talk about disclosure. I do feel like that is something that will be happening this month. Disclosure means that things that have been kept quiet or like kept secret will come out and be shown, brought out to the surface. I want to talk a little bit about the astrology and how this particular the astrology that's happening really from the Gemini full moon all the way through the month of December and really on into the beginning January 2024 is actually has a very strong connection to 2019. So if you guys watch the members only video that I posted over on the YouTube channel, we talked a lot about that at the beginning of that reading today, but I am going to touch a little bit on it today here in the Twin Flame Current Energy because it is very prominent, very important for those of you on this very specific type of spiritual awakening, right? So the astrology is pointing to 2019. So I need you to think back around November, December of 2019, and even January of 2020. You want to think back what was happening in your life around that time in 2019, so November, December, and then of course January 2020. We were experiencing COVID, y'all. That's when COVID happened. I actually went in December in 2019 and visited my sister. I flew out to Washington. I've told this story several times where I, landed and got off at the Seattle airport, and I remember seeing all the people from overseas, with the masks and the hair cover and the boots and we wore masks. They had whole suits on, in this airport. And this was December of 2019. I believe it was January 2020 when the first COVID case was made public and we started, all the COVID things. So I bring this up because this period that we're experiencing right now, starting with the Gemini full moon, somehow or another, Gemini full moon has something to do with the white rabbit. And I didn't put that connection together either. But she explained, the astrologer I was watching explained about how, the white rabbit is like this rabbit hole that we go down. And so she started looking at the astrology and really was able to show us how this eclipse season that we just went through is connected to that eclipse time that we were going through in 2019. So that's why I say think back of what you were doing and COVID was starting. And for most of us here at PLR, this was actually the time that you were probably experiencing your first separation, your first 3D separation. And this was definitely a very forced separation, right? The whole world was under this pandemic and everybody was under lockdown. Everybody was in fear of their life and not catching this deathly illness, right? And keeping their family safe. So I want you to think back about that time because the astrology is starting with the Gemini full moon, which by the way, we're live streaming this, guys, on the 25th of November. So, the Gemini full moon is coming in on the 27th. So when you look at this Gemini full moon and the astrology that goes through the month of December, all the way with that Sagittarius new moon, the Cancer full moon, and then Pluto in 2020, this is all coinciding with the same astrology, the same energies that we experienced in 2019. The only difference is now is this is a closure. This is a closure. So 2019 was the beginning of this 4-year cycle, and now we're closing out this 4-year cycle. So again, this is going to be really important for those of you that were on this very specific type of spiritual awakening journey, right? And that's really going to be just for the OGs here at PLR. Okay, we do have like a new wave of twins that have come in, and in 2019 you hadn't even had your spiritual awakening yet, so you hadn't even met your twin. So so for the new people, the new wave that's moving so much quicker than the rest of us, you may not necessarily go back to 2019 and be able to put those energies together, right? All right, but for those of us that can put those energies together, I'm going to say December is going to be a month of closing that particular cycle out. I feel like it's going to take the entire month to do so, but that is what is happening. And when this happens, when we have to close a cycle out, the cycle will actually come back, be brought back up to the surface. There will be a buildup to this cycle again, and then a final conclusion. I do believe that the astrology shows this is going to happen again, Gemini full moon at the end of November throughout the month of December on into January of 2024. And we all know here at PLR what's happening in January of 2024. I've been waiting for it, I feel like, my whole life. Pluto is going to move into Aquarius. I believe it's January 20th of 2024. And when Pluto moves into Aquarius, this begins the age of Aquarius, and this begins our next 20-year cycle, right? So really exciting times for those of us that are on this very specific type of spiritual awakening journey, right? All right, let's talk about the things that I learned in the month of November, because I mean, we should probably do this every month, really. So last month it was called Ruffled Feathers. Do you guys remember that? I will say that November definitely got some feathers ruffled, right? And so including my own. But we definitely stirred some things up over here at the POR, right? In my own personal journey, and y'all in your personal journeys also. But here's some things that I learned while these feathers got ruffled in the month of November. First, use caution. Use caution when asking the universe or spirit or source or God or whatever label you feel comfortable putting there, but use caution when you're asking the universe to show you what you need to see. What you need to see. Because it will. And it's definitely been, November was the month that once you saw it, you couldn't unsee it, right? And I did that, y'all. I did that little prayer where I was like, you know what, God, like I keep struggling with this same thing, and I keep having this issue, and I keep repeating this cycle, and I don't know how to get out of this cycle. Please help me break free from this cycle. Show me what it is that I need to see so that I can, break free and move forward in my journey. And let me tell you, that's exactly what happened. And some things that like I wish I could unsee. Definitely. The next thing I learned, are you ready? And this one is gonna, I don't know, could step on some toes, so just prepare yourself. The next thing I learned is a pretty big lesson. I learned that we attract the people at the level of our own healing. In other words, the guy that we date, that we try to fix, or we try to love so much that we can turn him into a better being, right? That guy ends up being like the same, we call it the same monster, different face. It's not his fault that he sucks. Yeah. The guy before that also, same monster, different. It's not his fault either that he sucks. I know, right? Are you guys freaking out yet? The karmic, ready? My karmic. Remember my 20-year karmic marriage to this very not nice person? Also, not his fault that he sucks. And I'm going to explain to you why, but ready? This is definitely trigger warning right here. Ready? It's not their fault that they sucked because I wasn't at an unsuckage level. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I wasn't healed. I was at a level of healing where I was willing to accept their suckage, right? So is it their fault that I accepted their suckage, got into a relationship with someone that sucks this bad, and then got upset because they continued to suck and didn't become better people? Do you see what I'm trying to say? So we attract people to us that are at our level of healing. That took me a long, I'm 44 years old, y'all. It took me a long time to learn that. All right, the last thing I learned in November of 2024, right? I learned that when women say they don't want a man, I now understand what that means. And I need to start out with an apology because I feel like I just berated people that told me, Rosa, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. And I was like, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. They say, I don't want a man. I don't want a man. I'd be like, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Remember that, y'all? All right. Well, I finally learned what it meant when y'all say you don't want a man. It's not that you don't want a man. It's that you don't want any man. See, the vocabulary is important, y'all. The vocabulary is important. It's that you don't want any man. You'll never settle again. You have learned your work and you continue to grow that value the longer you spend on you. I just figured this out in the month of November. I know, right? I just want to say I have new respect for you single ladies out there. And again, I'm completely honored to join this team for sure, for sure. I am beyond ready to level up, y'all. Beyond ready. All right, so I do have just a few important hot dates that I want to go over. We're going to talk more about the astrology tomorrow night. Remember, Sunday night, we do the astrology report and free reading. So that's going to be tomorrow night, y'all. But I'm going to touch on a few of them because I feel like they really stick out. And since we are talking about twin flames in the month of December, definitely could circle some calendar dates here, right? All right, so I'm going to start out with December 4th. December 4th, we have Venus entering Scorpio, and there's little patience on this day, little patience for any type of superficial energy. December 4th, mark that down. And then December 6th, Neptune is going to be direct in Pisces, and the fog clears, y'all. The fog starts to clear, and I feel like I'm actually already starting to feel this energy, right? December 8th, the moon enters Scorpio. That's not really like twin flame based. I just really like that one. But you could have some quick and sudden transformation December 8th. And then, of course, we have the 12/12 portal, right? The 12/12 portal, I looked it up, y'all. So remember, each portal has different things that happen. The 12/12 portal is famously known for when we have these receive downloads of like upgrades to our DNA, right? Light codes, activations, these type of things. So talk about like it's perfect time for leveling up, right? But we also have the new moon. The new moon is also on 12/12. So Sagittarius new moon is going to be on the 12/12 portal. Remember, y'all, new moons, new intentions. I gotta stop saying y'all. I'm gonna work on it. But new moons, new intentions, new energy, right? So this new moon is definitely a time for like new ideas could be popping up, new adventures. But what I want you to focus on is focus on the optimism because this full moon, Sagittarius new moon on 12/12 is full of optimistic energy. And oh my gosh, do we not need that now, right? I feel like this eclipse season was whoo, right? And as we're going through December and closing out this big 4-year cycle, optimism, positive energy is going to be much needed, right? All right, y'all, that is it. That is all I have for astrology. I do have one announcement. I try not to put too many on these monthly updates, but we do have a new website. We do have a new website, y'all. The link is going to be in the description box, and you can see there our 2024 moon calendar is on there, and of course that moon phase calendar digital prints are going to be over on our new website. And I think that was it. I don't think there was anything else. Oh, that's not true, y'all. I wanted to take you on a little bit of a field trip. I don't know. I did this once before and it worked out okay. Let me get my banner going. But there's this button here where it says I can share my screen. So I'm going to try to do that, because I want to show you guys what I'm making. Y'all know how that shadow work journal has gotten, I did the wrong one. Okay. Did I break it? Have mercy. All right, I guess I won't show you. I'll just tell you all about it. You know how they're doing the shadow work books, journals, right? I am making are you ready? A twin flame shadow work journal book. I know, right? I'm super excited about it. I was really hoping to be able to do the screen share and show y'all, but it wasn't working. It wasn't working. Miss L says, I drove through the fog. It was scary for me. I had to follow the lines like I was drunk. Oh my gosh. I was never brave enough really to do it myself. I was willing to drive with others, but never brave enough to do it myself. Shadow work can be dangerous. It can, Miss L. But I'm definitely finding the positives. I feel like it can be dangerous if we jump in it too soon. I think that's why Spirit made me wait so long. You know what I mean? I feel like I would have never been, I don't know, prior to this, right now, 2023, I wouldn't have been ready to do this stuff. But I think that the shadow work is really important. It helps us definitely way more than we understand until we actually start doing it. But I don't think that it really, we're on a very specific journey over here. You know what I mean? Like I always say, like, I didn't take my shoes off and try to walk to Tibet trying to find God, right? Like God found me. So there's a difference there, right? So it's like when we're doing the shadow work, it's this energy of like we're going for something, we want something. It's like we're trying to attain something. When you're on the twin journey, it seems more like it's happening to us and we're trying to surrender to it, right? So the journal I'm making is going to be really focused really on the meaning of surrendering in this journey. I'm telling y'all, like, I fought it I know you guys watch me out here and you're like, but Rosa, you've been out here reading this twin flame current energy every month for, 3 years. I understand, but I promise you that I was not paying attention in the beginning. I didn't even want to do it, y'all. I mean, now I want to do it. I love doing them now. I understand it now. But it's like at the beginning, yeah, no. Yeah, I feel like the journey it's a little different, right? And that's why I feel like that's why we all get along over here. Like that's why we all enjoy talking to each other and seeing each other. Because if this particular spiritual awakening journey was like all the others, well, we would just hang out with anybody and everybody. But because it's so different, it's like it's easier when it's us, right? And Liana on YouTube. All right, here we go, y'all. Let's start masculine energy, and I am using Black Moon Oracle cards. here we go. So Uranus, the Genius card comes out. I'm glad that I kept messing that card up so that I went and read it, and now we know what it is. It's the shock and awe card, right? Uranus brings shock. It's going to have something to do with like following the rules or maybe like breaking rules and consequences, right? We have Grand Cross Provoker coming out for feminine energy. How interesting. And Pisces, I believe, is going to be the bridging energy. On the bottom, we have fourth house roots. Everybody figuring out where we came from and why we're here, right? All right, let's look at the Uranus card. So, you know, I always say that Saturn is the rule maker, or, hi, Erica, or like father time, right? Saturn rules over divine timing. But Uranus reminds me of like the Wizard of Oz, because Uranus, you know, is actually the rule maker. Saturn just enforces the rules, and then it's like Saturn has to take all the, you know, the brunt for, you know, it's kind of like kids. And when you have like a good parent that actually parents, you know what I mean, and another parent that's like, you know, kind of lazy in parenting and just allows them to do whatever. It's like the kids like the parent that allows them to do whatever and maybe isn't so nice to the parent that's actually parenting, right? It's that type of energy. All right, so I'm using Gilded Tarot. The Two of Wands came out. It was super funky. Like, I almost bent my card. But the Lovers, it's the first card to come out. Look at this, December 2023. Twin Flame current energy update. I love the live tarot, y'all. I love it. Okay, you can't make it up, right? So the Lovers is the clue card for the twin flame journey, right? But for the masculine energy right now, this isn't about masculine focusing on twin flame journey. This is actually about masculine. Ooh, maybe I'm wrong. I'm sticking with it. But it's about masculine. Remember, the Lovers is a difficult decision that we make to heal ourselves, so that we can love better, right? And become, you know, better partners, right? So it is this energy of like Two of Wands is a difficult decision, but with the Empress coming out, clue card for divine feminine, it's like the masculine has made this choice, right? And all that means is that this masculine wants to heal. This masculine understands there's purpose, there's reason. And I feel like, too, the masculine energy has been feeling the energies, right? And because they're feeling these energies, they're using and tapping into these energies. And a lot of these masculine energies are using these collective energies to manifest. All right, so Grand Cross Provoker coming out. Divine Feminine, this is you leading the race, right? But it's leading the journey. All right, so we have the Hermit coming out. We have Queen of Pentacles, and we have Seven of Pentacles. It's like you leading the journey, like I said. So it's like leading down into the dark night of the soul, rising as that, you know, Phoenix rising energy. It's definitely spiritual awakening. The Hermit. I love that I picked the Gilded Tarot, because the Gilded Tarot shows that snake. It shows that snake. When we started this journey, y'all, before you met your twin, before you met your counterpart, before you met the person that, you know, catapulted your spiritual awakening, you couldn't spot the snakes very well, right? You probably allowed a lot of snakes. And you may have even, like, you know, it's very, I guess, you know, after the twin journey, I used to think that this would never happen again. But I mean, I guess it's very possible that we could definitely like fall back, you know, like the Tower type of card, like start, you know, doing things an old way. Very possible. I feel like that's what happened to me, but I feel like it didn't take me as long to get back into alignment, right? To get back to being able to see the things. Queen of Pentacles, new resources. I do see the peacock. The peacock does represent masculine energy. And then you have Seven of Pentacles coming out. So Seven of Pentacles is this energy of being patient, waiting for a time of harvest. But it is the energy that says like something is like it's almost time. All right, let's look at Pisces, I believe. This is the bridging energy. And if I was to tell you that I'm not struggling with all of these cards, I'd be lying, right? But I mean, it's been like this for weeks, right? It's been like this for weeks, and it's such a struggle. And I think the struggle is because we keep putting the focus on 3D energies, and the focus needs to be on the purpose, right? So how many of you guys are struggling with the I believe? Do you believe? I had one of you, I'm not going to mention any names, but one of you mentioned, messaged me today, and you asked me, she said, was there ever a time that you felt like you weren't on this journey and you were just crazy? And I had to laugh because, yeah. um, why do you think this journey is so hard? Like, why do you think we don't talk about it to people? Why do you think we got to find other people that are experiencing the same thing so we don't feel like we're freaking crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, of course. And I don't know if y'all remember, but like I always talk about when I started my journey, it would have been 4 years ago. Remember, we're closing out this 4-year cycle. And 2019 is when I heard that this is what I was supposed to be doing. And I promise you, I didn't see any of it. I couldn't see any of it. I refused to see any of it, right? I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna go do that. I was like, I'm not telling people what happened to me. I'm not going to like put myself out there. Like this, there's no one else that is experiencing all this Lulu Lala, right? Incorrect, right? It's definitely, I tell everybody, it's like, it's just like that movie, the movie, the baseball movie. If you build it, they will come. I mean, it's just like that. I thought I was the only one that this had happened to. I thought I was the only one experiencing all this unexplainable, weird spiritual stuff that just was out there, right? And I just kept hearing it. If you build it, they will come. And I mean, what happened? Look, I built it and everyone's here. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, over 500 readings in the Etsy shop, y'all. I know not everyone is a twin. I wish I could say yes, yes, everyone is, but no, it's not true. But the majority is. And I know it's like spirit shows me because of the synchronicities between my journey and your journeys, right? And then of course because spirit draws you to me. But yeah, right, like it's definitely been a struggle because we're in this closure of this chapter, and we are being asked, do we believe? And I think where we go astray is when we're asking ourselves, do we believe in this journey? We're putting the person there again. You see what I'm saying? Instead of the purpose. And so that's where I struggle because the person is going to let me down every single time. He's human. He can't help it. I'm sure I let him down 100 billion times, right? I'm human. I can't help it. But it's because it's not about the human, right? It's a soul's journey. So it's about the purpose. So right now, like our belief system is definitely being tested, right? Belief systems are changing. But I think for most of us, you see that Fool card? It's like for most of us, it's becoming stronger. It's becoming stronger. Now, where I struggle is the Six of Cups. If I see the Six of Cups one more freaking stinking time, the Six of Cups is reunion energy, right? It's like returning. Someone from your past is returning. But you know what else the Six of Cups is? It's a gift. It's a gift. And I feel like a lot of times we don't see this journey as a gift, but it is, because remember where we were when they first woke us up. Remember what our life looked like when they first woke us up. Now, did some of us take a long time struggling with the belief system and so we didn't take this leap of faith? Yes. That's me, y'all. That's me. 3 years. 3 years. But here's something like amazing. Like spirit pushed me to do this. Like pushed me to keep following and growing PLR. And I did it at the same time that I was running. Do y'all see that? and PLR stayed afloat. We were monetized on Facebook and YouTube. I don't know if y'all know this, but it's only 10%. 10% of YouTube channels. I think it's less than that. 8%. 8% of YouTube channels make it over 1,000 subscribers. Only 8%. I know it seems like there's a lot out there, but that's because there's a lot of channels. It's all over the world. And we got monetized. I'm just saying. So yeah, the belief system has definitely been shaky. Here's how I explained it to the person I was talking to earlier. I said it like this. She said, are you worried that you're crazy? I think she used the word delusional. Are you worried that it's delusions? And I told her, I was like this. Okay, you know how when you go by a car accident, or like, let's say a group of people watch a car accident or a robbery or anything, I don't know. And then the police come and they got to make the report, and they walk around and they talk to, let's say, the 5 people, and the 5 people all have a different story, right? We've all heard that. Okay, right? So explain to me how not just me, but all of y'all can experience the same experiences, the same lessons at the same time. What are the odds that we're all creating this fantasy the same exact way? You see what I'm saying? So when Spirit said build it, they will come. It wasn't a lie. It wasn't a joke. It was really true, and it has definitely helped me in my belief system. But the returning energy is where I struggle, because I know for a fact that this journey is about purpose. Purpose. All right, we're going to do head, heart, higher self. So Gemini came out right away with the Lovers. The Empress came out. The Fool came out. The Hermit. All right, so in the headspace for masculine energy, we have let your friends help you. So thinking about asking for some sort of assistance. In the heart space, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, definitely. That could be a message, of course, coming through the heart space from feminine energy, but we'll see. Higher self, worth waiting. Divine timing is at work in your love life. I'm loving this reading, right? All right, let's pull some tarot. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others in the masculine's headspace. So we have Justice card. Justice card could talk about like bringing balance. It could talk about an injustice that has been done. It could be dealing with a Libra energy. But in this particular Sweet Twilight Tarot, the Justice card is about having your hands full. Like there's too much to do. All right, we have 9 of Pentacles coming out for love yourself first. 9 of Pentacles is about independence all day, every day. It's also about like building up your self-worth. Worth waiting for is coming out for higher self. And look at this, the 2 of Cups. Man, Spirit's got my back today. The 2 of Cups comes out. 2 of Cups is that partnership energy. It is soulmate energy. It is equal effort energy, right? On the bottom, we have Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords could be about someone speaking harshly. It could also be about enforcing boundaries. All right, let's look at feminine, head, heart, higher self. All right, so we have playfulness coming out in the headspace. It says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to have fun and shine. I do feel like I heard that a lot, Divine Feminine, for the month. I said a lot, have mercy. But I heard it often for the month of December, where there was this energy of needing to make things lighthearted, not make things so heavy. Maybe try not to take everything so serious. It was that type of energy. It is safe for you to love. It's going to be in the heart space. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So I do feel like this is going to be the telepathy. This is going to be message coming from Divine Feminine to Divine Masculine. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So that is coming to feminine to masculine, and masculine to feminine. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. And then for higher self, we have unrequited love coming out. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Divine feminines, here's what I'm going to say. Again, please remember, I am always focused on the purpose here. Always. It's about the purpose, about the purpose, about the purpose. I can't say it enough. But there is this energy around us at this time where even the things or people that we wanted to be the ones, or like we wanted to see them, what's the rose-colored glasses are being ripped away. That's it. The rose-colored glasses are being ripped away. You're seeing everything for what it truly is. And if it's not there to serve your greater good, it's being released. And here's the part where I'm on this journey too. Ready? I don't know the why to that. I don't know the purpose of that just yet. On the bottom, finances and career. I mean, that could be the why, definitely. I mean, Spirit's definitely making me focus on finances and career. And it's interesting. It's like the moment I stop detouring, or like the moment I stop following some nonsense, I don't know, success is easily attained. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the things come in, and it's like, you think it would be an easy sign for me just to stick to it, right? All right, let's look at playfulness. I did pull out the Triple Goddess Tarot. All right, so we have a Page of Swords coming out. Page of Swords is that energy of fearful to communicate, but it says this is higher learning. This is about you taking action to educate yourself in some way. It could have something to do with your spiritual abilities. Divine Feminine could have something to do with following purpose. All right, so in the heart space, it is safe for you to love. Look, it says Three of Pentacles comes out. So Divine Masculine energy is very much teamwork. Let's work together. And then unrequited love is going to be higher self. Again, I do feel like anything that's not serving your greater good, and I just want you to know that this energy will not be the same as this energy. So the person, the higher self, is teaching you to remove anything that's unrequited. In other words, it's not balanced, it's not giving. It's not, you're giving, it's taking, right? So that has to be removed. That is not going to be this energy. Two different energies. So we have the Queen of Pentacles coming out. Queen of Pentacles is about finding new resources. It could be about becoming a new resource. See how here you're the page, and it's like you're learning, you're studying, and it's like here you're writing the book, right? Writing the book. On the bottom, Six of Wands. Six of Wands is a victory. All right, let's do guidance. No, let's do messages. I almost forgot the messages, y'all. All right, let's do messages. So 3 and 3. We'll do 3 from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. I did add some new ones just a few days back. Remember, I made these. They do come from my own journey. Some of these could come from collective energies. Some of them I picked up in your private readings, like in the Etsy shop, where I felt like it was strong collective energy. I feel like I still remember each individual one. All right, I didn't plan this, comes out from masculine to feminine. In other words, like this wasn't the goal to cause this shit show, right? I know who we are, that's good. Divine masculine, definitely like awakening worldwide, right? It means a great deal to me when you're in my corner. That's actually something that I said. I have no regrets comes out. Keep following your intuition. This is going to be like higher self message. We have come too far to turn around now, masculine to feminine. All right, let's pull some from, I'm not even going to say 3 because apparently however many wants to come out will come out. From feminine to masculine. Push it to the limits comes out. It is this energy of like encouraging the other to keep moving forward, which is what the twin does, right? I had that conversation today too. I was telling a friend of mine, I said, that's how you know that it's a twin. Your twin, regardless of what your 3D relationship looks like, will constantly push you to become a better human being. I know, right? You don't know this, but you help me keep going each day. Your energy feels forceful right now. And I'm going to take one more last one. I need you to stay. On the bottom is the weight card. All right, now we're going to close it out with power of love activation. These were gifted to me by Miss Al. I've been using them for a really long time. I love using them at the end of these monthly updates. And I just feel like they're perfect guidance for the specific spiritual awakening journey that we are all on, right? All right, I guess I shouldn't say all of us. Most of us. All right, so I'm asking Spirit for guidance. Divine masculine, divine feminine harmony comes out. It's time to bring the peace. I made a shorts or something. I don't even remember what it was. The creativity has been flowing this week, y'all. But I made something that I think it was a shorts on YouTube where it talks about keeping the peace. That's definitely the goal at this time, right? All right, so cause and effect flew out. You are aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change and the foundation of your results. Our thoughts are really important, but I feel like so many of us have overcome the obsessive thinking, the racing thoughts. It's because we started meditating, y'all. We started meditating. All right, so vision is here. No matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving and just universe. All right, in other words, the universe has your back, y'all. It's not against you. I know sometimes this journey can be so painful and so challenging that we feel like everything's against us, but that's not really the case at all. Present is going to be on the bottom. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. And that is definitely what we're trying to do over here at PLR today, right? All right, y'all, that's it. That's going to be your December 2023 current energy update. I hope that reading was helpful. I am going to go ahead and wrap it up, y'all. Just my throat needs some rest. I'm going to try to rest throughout the morning. I am all caught up in the Etsy shop. Guys, don't forget, Etsy shop does have the 25% Black Friday sale. It runs throughout the whole weekend, so you still have tomorrow. So if you've missed it, go check it out. Link is going to be in the description box. But yeah, I'm going to rest my voice in the morning. We have astrology report tomorrow night and free readings tomorrow night. So come back and join us tomorrow night. I hope to see all of y'all there. Thank you so much for coming in here and hanging out with me. All of y'all, Miss L, Sandra, Diana, my beautiful moderators. I couldn't do all this without y'all. I swear. I love y'all so very much. Eliana, Erica, thank you all for coming in. All right, guys, I will see all of you tomorrow night. I'm going to go rest. I'm always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a wonderful night.